everybody, this is Beth McCullough. I'm a Stampin' Up Demonstrator in Des Moines, Iowa, and I do live videos every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central with my sweet husband, Steve.
Hi, everybody.
You're back.
I'm
You're
back.
all better.
Well, not all better, but it is so much better now. I have to admit.
We are 3 weeks out from a partial knee surgery.
Partial knee replacement, and it still aches, but I'm able to do stuff, which, you know, I'm a pretty hyper guy, so it's so much better now.
So, hello everyone. Thanks for joining us. Bev purchased the Fresh as a Daisy suite to do my free stamp camp in July.
And she had to fight with the post office to get it. So
I hope you won, Bev. I hope you get your suite. Janice and Kathy, I'm glad you guys are here. So tonight we are going to make these very cute note cards. Can you see the embossing? This is the new exposed brick. If you guys don't have this embossing folder, you need it. So that, we're going to make a set of note cards. You can gift these or have simple note cards to send. But before we get started, I want to show you some of the things I've received in the mail. Chris from Pella sent me this very cute rhino birthday card. I don't know if you can tell, but there's Winka Stella all over the rhino. So it's a shiny rhino. Hope your birthday is wild. And I need this sentiment for almost all my cards. I didn't forget your birthday. I'm stretching out the celebration. And I appreciate that, Chris. Thank you so much. We love getting cards, don't we, Steve?
yes, you should see her. She's just like a little kid.
Yeah, I get kind of excited. So this beautiful book with the pansies, this came from Brooke, one of my Joy Team members who lives in Missouri. And we have a mutual friend that we were both very close to, Marceline. Some of you remember Marceline. Marceline was at my house every week for several years, helped me with my stamping. She was a Joy Team member and just a dear, dear friend. And Brooke made me this paper bag book. And it's got cards in it that Marceline actually sent to Brooke. But there are stitched cards and just so sweet. And there are cards that she sent over the last 10 or 12 years. And each of these paper sacks, Marceline loved cardinals too. There's scripture in here. And then there's a card. Do you guys remember Grace's Garden? There's a card in each one of these. So this is just so sweet. Brooke made the book, and Marceline had sent Brooke all the cards inside. So it made me cry when I got it.
That is so innovative that it's got the paper sacks.
I know, and you know the paper sacks, we have in color paper sacks in the new catalog. And if you bought the shares from me, you didn't pay for these, but as a surprise and delight, I sent you these, one of each of the colors of sacks. And then with the boho blue ones, I made this card. This is with circle sayings. And all I did was take the sack and I scored it at 3 inches and folded it forward. And then I put the belly band on it. And then I made a card and I put life is better with you. And then inside there's another pocket here. I don't have a gift card right now, so I put my business card. But you can put the gift card in there and the card. And this was a surprise for the people who bought shares from me. And the people who bought shares, by the way, they were all mailed last Wednesday. So yay, we got them done and out the door. So
Hey, I have to do a shout out because Chris and I were just
you and Chris were chatting?
Yes, because we're bonded. Because we're the knee replacement people. She rode the stationary bike last night. Can you believe it?
Good job, Chris.
I tried about 3 days ago and was in tears because it hurt so bad. And I
He was
couldn't get all the way around.
He couldn't go all the way around in a circle,
so
and he was not
I
happy.
am so impressed, Chris, that you're able to do that. Good job.
So with these sacks of the in colors, you could make a book like this. You take a piece of cardstock and you accordion fold it back and forth and put the sacks in this way. And then you could put different cards in like Brooke did. There's all kinds of things you could do with that. So anyway, that's a bonus tip for today. But thank you, Brooke. It just was so sweet of you. So,
Wait, Kathy Walton is talking about knee replacement too. Holy
So-
cow! This should just be, this should be a knee replacement video.
Okay, no more stamping. We're just giving
Okay.
tips on
You card
knee
people, we'll be
replacements.
back to you in a few. Just kidding. Just kidding.
So tonight we are using the brand new Darling Details stamp set. And I've got to tell you, when you're looking through the catalog, don't just look at the stamp set. You got to look at the dies too. Do you see these awesome dies? So some of them that caught my eye were this one right here. So I cut that out in white. There's stitching around the outside and then all these cute little 5-petal flowers. I love that. And then this die right here is this. I see a card coming together with the black and white checked ribbon. What do you think, Steve?
Yeah, it's got potential.
Super cute.
Especially if you emboss the background. Yep.
Super cute dies. And then the flowers all have a watercolor background. So I really, really like this. If you miss this in the catalog, I'm going to convince you tonight you need it. Also, this exposed brick, best embossing folder ever. So it's hard to see on camera. Can you see?
Turn it the other way. So there you go.
Look at
Now
that,
can
you
see.
guys.
Yeah.
It's. Tell them how pretty it is in real life.
It is gorgeous. It's very elegant. And it's amazing because she got so many comments from her friends about how beautiful this card is.
That saw it in real life. You get extra points tonight. More spousal credits for you, honey, for liking my card.
See? Hey,
So-
I need them because I mess up all the time and then I have to spend my spousal credits.
No, that isn't true. Okay, so this one is Fresh Freesia. This one is Bubble Bath. Again, you have to look at it in real life. It's super pretty if you can see it. This one is Flirty Flamingo. And this one is Sweet Sorbet. So, and then I have an idea for this too. I like giving gift sets of cards together. So one thing you can do is the in-color paper. Again, if you got my shares, you got 2 sheets of all 50 colors. You can make little envelope flaps because this is made out of the note cards and envelopes that come like this. So I put the flap on there and you make the flap for all the cards and then you stick them in one of the 6x8 envelopes and fold it down. And then I had an extra piece of this left that I didn't use on an envelope flap. It's got hearts on it. And you could do whatever you wanted. Like you could staple this or... But isn't this cute? If it's somebody's birthday, you just bring this note card and envelope, thank yous, and you could do more than just thank you.
Yep. And that's also perfect for teacher gifts for kids at the end
Yes,
of the
for
school.
end of the year teacher gifts.
Or hostess gifts when you're going to
Right.
a party or dinner.
You have to bring something, right?
Right? And I have to tell you, people absolutely love it when she brings packages of cards.
Yeah, but Steve doesn't like it when I get the idea to make the package of cards like on the way out the door. He's like,
Yes.
could we think of this the day before?
No, to be fair, she is very quick at making repetitive cards, but when we're already late, because maybe it took her just a few minutes longer than she expected to straighten her hair, and then we start making cards, it can be stressful.
Where does straightening my hair come from?
It's a hypothetical. Purely hypothetical.
So, who is all on tonight? Kathy can't get in her card room yet. Orly's here. Chris and Jeanne. I'm glad you guys are all here. We appreciate you. Hello, Bridget. Kathy, you do need the stamp set and get the dies too, because the dies are super pretty. So I'm going to show you how to do this and also tell you there's another thing in the catalog you need. It's the Stampin' Up masking paper. And that is how, I need to get my cards out of their envelope over here. That's how I got the flowers on top of each other, is I used masking paper. So if you look at it, it splits apart like this. It's like sticker paper. You can use Post-it notes, but for this, I use them over and over again. So I took the die to cut out the flower, and I ended up with this. And then you just take the sticker off the back. And I used these, you can see, I use them over and over again, okay? But let's do this in real life, okay? I'm gonna put my masking paper away. And this card, Steve, you have a graphic for this.
Okay.
This is 3 3/8 by 4 7/8, so it's just an eighth smaller than the note cards. So the note cards are 3.5 by 5, and I just made a tiny layer because we need to emboss this. But we're going to stamp it first. So
and these are the note cards and envelopes number 159232.
Good job.
Right?
Yes,
Okay.
that is correct.
There you go.
Okay,
now
so
we got the right ones.
to do this, I'm going to make this one be a melon mambo. And I'm going to ink it up, and I like how watercolory it is. And I want to leave room for this thank you, so I'm going to try to put it further out so there's room for the leaves, but I like it hanging over too. So we're going to stamp the inside or the background, and then we're going to stamp the top, and we'll see how these colors, they may be too dark to really show through, but we'll see. I didn't practice with the Melon Mambo. Ooh, I like it though. Do you guys like that? So after you've done the background and the detail, then you take one of your, I'm going to use one of my used masks, and I'm going to keep these masks in the stamp set because you can use it several times. They're sticky enough, it doesn't, ruin the paper, but they can be used over and over again. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the Melon Mambo. And again, I'm going to go over the top, but I'm trying to leave room for the leaves.
So your wonderful daughter is watching us, and she just left a comment.
Hello, darling daughter. I love it when you're on here.
And, by the way, Tanika's watching tonight.
Oh, Tamika, we've missed you. Where have you been? Okay, so see, it just stamps on the mask, but it overlaps. Now we're going to do some leaves. And I like doing the background first and the outline second. All these leaves are made with Parakeet Party. Use whatever green you want. And I'm going to put another mask over this second flower so I don't mess it up when I add the leaves. But you have to get it to match just the way the flower is.
It's like the flowers are bandits. You have to wear masks.
Only you would think of that, honey.
Just thinking of the banditos in the old Western movies.
Some people like telling your stories. Do you have any stories for tonight?
I do have a story. So, I don't know if you can notice, I got a haircut tonight.
You look so handsome.
I have never needed a haircut so badly in all my life. I had little wings sticking out, and I had my hair was going down the back of my neck. I had the hairs on my neck were going up my neck. I did tell Beth, I said, this is my opportunity. I could finally have a mullet.
A mullet. I was like, yay.
Yeah, Beth was excited for that.
Super excited for you to have a mullet, honey.
Yeah. Now, my doppelganger, Patrick Swayze, had a mullet.
Do we all know what a doppelganger is?
He's like my identical twin. Or that's what I've been told anyway.
Is that self-serving that you look exactly like Patrick Swayze?
No,
Can you dance like him? That's what we really want to know.
I am a frail.
Wait, we might be
understudy.
embarrassing our daughter at this point.
I'm sure we are.
Sorry, darling daughter.
I just had lots of people tell me that I look like him, to the point where I was in Iowa City at the hospital in the waiting room visiting my mom, and two young gals were in the waiting room, and they just kept whispering to each other and looking at me, right? And first I thought... By
the way, Patrick Swayze is dead.
Yeah.
He was alive when this story happened.
But they were whispering to each other and looking at me, and I thought, what? Do I have ketchup from lunch on my face, or what? Well, finally I figured it out, and so I looked at them and said, would you like an autograph? And they said, oh, really? Would you give us your autograph? I said, yeah, sure. So I just scribbled something that was incomprehensible, but I feel guilty about it now, but it was really funny at the time.
Okay, so what I did while he was telling you that, I stamped 2 leaves over here, all 3 down here, 1 up there, both with the outline and the stamp. And now I'm taking one of the mini sponges, and I like to get off on the paper, and then I'm just kind of filling in, so we have lots of pale parakeet party filling in the sides. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the flower mask off. How does the card look now? What do you think?
Well, with the masks, it looks kind of weird.
It looks messy, doesn't it? But then...
It's like the big reveal. It's like in the home improvement shows.
The angels sing as we...
They pull away the
Yay!
curtain so you can see the new home.
Isn't masking cool? Masking is so cool. Don't you love the way those overlap and don't mess each other up? Okay, so I'm impressed by this. Actually, Steve, you can finish your story. I'm going to take this over and I'm going to emboss in the exposed brick. And I just line it up so it's straight across wherever I want it to be.
So,
and I'll be right back.
So I have another story for you. So our daughter actually lives in Iowa City, Kathy. But we were there at the University of Iowa hospitals. My mom was there getting cancer treatments at the time. She lives in Davenport. I go to the University of Iowa Hospital for my heart doctor, Dr. Balin, who's an amazing man. But anyway, our daughter yesterday, I looked down at my phone after getting done with my physical therapy.
Explain more. She's in grad school. She's getting her PhD.
At the University of Iowa. I looked down at my phone. There's 4 missed calls. Now, our code here is if you call and you can't get through and you call a second time, that means it's an emergency, and therefore whatever you're doing should stop. And take the call. So
what does 4 missed calls mean?
It means
someone died.
Something's on fire is what it means. So, but I had my phone in my coat on the other side of the room with the physical therapist. I had no idea she was calling. So as soon as I got done, I immediately tried to call her back, and she didn't answer. I tried to call Beth back. She didn't answer. And I'm like, great, something's on fire, and now nobody will talk to me about it. Well, it turns out that as her daughter was taking her bike out of the garage, she was trying to let her garage door down without it slamming, and she got her middle finger caught under the garage door and crushed her middle finger. And I've done this before. I've got my finger caught in a car door, and it is the most painful thing ever. So I don't begrudge her at all the fact that she was so panicked about this. And anyway, fortunately, my aunt, our daughter's great aunt, lives in Iowa City, and she's the most wonderful, calm person you'd ever want to see. Aunt Esther came to her house, got her, took her to urgent care, took care of her. So I'm incredibly in debt to my Aunt Esther for taking care of our daughter.
And she got an x-ray, and the fingers aren't broken.
No, just crushed.
And she's got tiny little fingers, so it's a good thing they're that tiny. That's probably how they didn't break.
Yeah.
But let me interrupt you. Back to the card making. So I stamped thank you and parakeet party. It's hard to tell in the dark here. Thank you is right here in the darling details. But there's also hello there that would fit. The happy birthday would fit on a bigger circle. And, you know, the circle punches, the little ones are gone. But we have options here. I bought the Reach for the Stars, partially because they have the circles, and partially it's the astronaut set, but I bet the dies are gonna stay. So this second from the smallest is about 1 inch. Another place you could look, a lot of you have the stylish shapes, and you could use the second to smallest. It's a little bigger than 1 inch, but or you may have circle punches. So tonight I'm just going to use an old circle punch, but I know you can find a die. I did that just so it would be quicker. So now I'm going to take and I'm going to sponge around. You can sponge on the top, you can sponge on the edge. I just kind of like some green on here instead of just white. Actually, we're going to go all over the place. Just make it greenish, which I know you can't really see that. And then I'm going to take some ribbon Now this ribbon you may recognize. It's the beautiful sparkly ribbon. It is 3/8 glitter organdy ribbon. And this is an online exclusive, so it didn't go away. It's just hiding online. It's not in a catalog. And I'm going to take my trusty ribbon scissors and just cut a piece so they're overlapped like that. And I'm going to tape this to the card. It just gives it a little pizzazz. And I'm going to put it where the circle is going to go. And then with the thank you, I'm going to take a Stampin' Dimensional and put this on the back. Maybe I'm going to put 2 on the sides because the ribbon kind of gets in the way. And I'm going to put that down like that. So look how quickly you could make a set of the same color, or do what I did here and get all different colors. Kimberly Barbish, I'm glad you made it. I talked about this gift you got in your shares. You might want to back up the video and hear how this is a gift card holder too. But anyway, here's the cards. What do you think, Steve?
Again, I think they're beautiful.
Have you talked about Prize Patrol? We need to give a card away.
I should actually be showing people Prize Patrol so they know to do it.
We have lots of colors here. Fresh Freesia. Is this the one I just made?
Yes.
Melon Mambo, Bubble Bath, Flirty Flamingo, and Sweet Sorbet. So you can pick the one if you win the card.
And to enter, of course, you enter hashtag Prize Patrol, all one word.
Kathy says the knee support group is a great idea. Oh, I'm sorry you were depressed and down. You know, I think Steve had a few days he was depressed and down too.
Well, probably the days when I was saying that I wanted to have my leg amputated because it hurt so bad.
Yeah,
those were
not good days.
Yeah.
Linda Donaldson, I'm glad you're here. Oh, Kimberly, I'm glad you like the treat bag. Those were not part of the shares. I just put those in because I was hoping to surprise and delight you.
By the way, Bridget, the only reason it hurt so bad is because I wasn't keeping up with my pain meds. So as long as you keep up with your pain meds and do all your stretches and exercises.
Yet to have surgery?
No, she's asking if she should do it.
Oh.
And I'm saying where I am today, 3 weeks out, absolutely you should do it.
Oh, I'm glad, Becky, that you love these cards. Thank you. How many people are in the drawing? Has everyone done Prize Patrol who wants to?
So you're telling me it's time for Prize Patrol and I should get my act together over here, is what you're saying.
You know, it's good that you're having so much fun chatting with people.
We've got 20 people tonight in Prize Patrol.
20 people? That is awesome. Now, if you are watching or you watch the replay, please put hashtag replay. And it would really help us if you would give us a thumbs up, like our video, leave me a comment. It takes me a few days, but I do go back and answer all the comments that I see on YouTube. So hopefully Steve answered all your comments that are on Facebook Live.
Okay, you ready for the drawing?
We are, oh, it's up to 21.
Yeah.
Yay, good luck everyone. I hope you win.
Got in last second.
Thank you for watching, and please come back next Tuesday.
Here we
We'll
go.
be back at 7 p.m.
Round
Central.
the horn.
How come Stamping Mom shows up? What if I win? Kimberly Barbish, yay!
The odds are against you.
I'm glad you won, Kimberly. Kimberly is a fellow demo, and she is here almost every Tuesday night, so I am glad you're here. Let me know what color of card you want, and I will get that in the mail to you. And Chris, who won last week, I have your card sitting here, so it will go out also. I'll send out both cards tomorrow. So anything else you want to say? Any more knee replacement advice, honey?
No, I think we'll do that, on the side, maybe.
You're going to have your own separate group? What are you going to call it?
I think we should do a special
Steve's
Stamping
group?
Mom StreamYard video, just so that we can all talk about knee replacements.
Okay.
I could show them the scar on my knee. And
Do you have a date and time
no,
for that?
No, but we'll see. We'll ask my fellow support group members when they
Okay.
would be available.
Okay. That'll just be a free extra from Steve, right?
Yeah, bonus.
Yes.
Bonus video.
Anyway, you guys are awesome. I hope you have a wonderful week. Let me know if you have any questions. You can email me anytime at beth@stampingmom.com. And thanks so much, everybody. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.